All right, here we are again, YouTube. Just gonna do a quick one today on this ash wood. Really, I want to talk about splitting a round of wood. This is a reasonably sized piece of wood. This is not some big Western softwood, but it's still pretty good sized round, and probably a pretty common larger size round if you're cutting your own firewood. I rarely cut much wood much bigger than this, and when I do, I split it before I load it, typically. This is about manhandle size, which is what I like to move around, because I can handle it as a man. Okay, we're just going to split this round of wood. I'm going to show you the best way to do it, and this is for beginners who want to heat with wood for the first time, and they're going to do that next fall, and they're going to get to cutting. This is how you're going to do it, buddy. And this is for you experienced goons out there who think you know the best way, but turns out this is better. Sounds a little arrogant, I know, but these are the facts. So just pay attention to what I do here and then replicate it, and you will have successful splitting. Now, keep in mind, this is not macho domine supreme strength activity. You can do it that way, but I cut a lot of wood and I don't want to hurt myself, and so unless I've had a really bad day or something, I just kind of do it at a regular work pace, not a strong as I can, hard as I can, show off, swinging really big stuff and all that kind of stuff. This is just nice easy swings, and using the tool the way it's supposed to be used, paying attention to the wood, etc. A couple of things to note here: pith is all the way over here, center's about right here. That doesn't really affect much, except this area might be easier to split than say that big long stretch, but this is ash wood. It typically splits pretty good. And I've got another video that shows chipping away at the sides before going down the middle. You could 100% do that with this. I like splitting ash right down the middle because I like, the pie pieces. These stack really well, and they look nice. So that's it. We're gonna walk here to here, from farthest to nearest, and you do that so that if you start here and your final stroke is there and it splits apart, you have all this handle exposed to the end grain of this wood, so you can damage your handle much easier. Going all the way over here with the last stroke typically means that it's going to follow through the wood, and if you don't swing like a madman, then you should be able to control it and it not fly back towards you. And then once we get it kind of split open, we'll spin the wood and continue letting the wood hang on to letting the round hang on to itself while we knock the rest apart, so there's not a lot of bending over. That's the plan. Well, sometimes it does that. That's ash for you. Okay, we'll see if we can continue on in this condition here, but it may just knock right apart, and that's okay too. That's really what I want, is nice easy swings and the grain to be, or the stroke to be kind of perpendicular. I missed that one. Perpendicular to the pith. What I mean by that is, or perpendicular to the grain. So if the grain's running that way, you want it to fall like this. And you want it like that because if you get off like these are, it just doesn't flow right, because you're hitting some against the grain and some with the grain. Doesn't work. You want to be going against the grain. Oh, sorry. Nice big pieces. when it's split like that, you can twist your axe and you can pry the wood open with the handle. It's not going to hurt it. You don't want to do it if the axe is stuck and you can't move it. I don't think we're going to be able to show you that. With this, it's split so nice. Got another round over here that I'll show you. Maybe that other way on too. Unless it's just epically easy to split like this was. And you know, ash is kind of middle of the road. Burns really nice. Doesn't burn super long or hot. So I don't mind having a few small staves like that in my piles. Save the big stuff for the oak, the locust. This was cut in October. It's now February. And I started on the other side. You can see this is light, that's darker gray. This is the side that's been facing the sun. This one's been up against some other wood. This side is going to split easier. Just got less checking, which I talked about yesterday. That's kind of what I'm after. Kind of get it split and have the pith kind of hold on to it, and then knock those chunks off the outside. I know some guys like tires, and I get it, but I don't have like a space where I set up and split every time. I literally go cut a trailer or a truckload of wood, come back and dump it, and try and pick the best round out of that load. And that's where I split it, right there. I split it all right there. And then I move it once it's split. I don't move it all to a splitting zone where I've got that all set up. You know, it's not that that's the wrong way to do it. I just don't do it that way. Okay, let's try this other one. Maybe it won't be so easy. Maybe it will. So again, I'm gonna walk. Pith is way over here again. I think I'll turn it a bit, just to show you. I'll walk straight across. I'm going to use this crack. Don't always have to use the crack. Sometimes I don't, but I know the ash, it likes that. So we'll see. So I'm going to go here, and walk down this crack until I get it just split apart, not split off like the other one did. We'll see. Okay. This is stuck in there. See how the handle's moving, the head's not? So if I try to twist it out, that's bad. That will definitely break or crack the handle. So I'm gonna go like this and get it loose. That's not what I'm talking about. It's okay to twist the axe or the maul. This one's behaving much more normally. Pretty solid. One more hit maybe. And I'm gonna go down on this end because I'm not gonna swing it hard enough, I hope, to split it in half. All right, yeah, that's it. If I'd went down here, that would have really separated them. But that's all I want, because I want it to hold. And that way I can come over here, get some separation. Come over here, some separation. And normally I don't move the round, I walk around it, but it's all for you. It's all for you. Separation. Big separation. Little separation. Now I'm swinging reasonably well here because I know I've got some holding wood, and I'm just kind of popping them out. I mean, separating them out a little bit. Oop, there went that guy. So once I kind of get at this stage, maybe I'll hit. See, it's pretty solid. This is the part where this method is more fun, because yeah, it's broken apart there too, but all these other ones, these fissures, they created enough of a weakness that I should be able to kind of bust out these chunks. You gotta be careful that you don't swing too hard, because you don't want to plow through that chunk and then this one hit your handle. So I'm gonna try and pop that one off, and then once that's there, I'll have a little more freedom. This is called the peacock method. Well, I called it that one time in one of my other videos. Kind of makes sense because you fanned it out like a peacock tail. See, when these just come right out, those are pieces of firewood. Those are ready to go. Still, the big wood's holding. You know, bending over and picking up some of this little stuff is good for you. These guys that talk about, hey, you're bending over too much. Well, I mean, it's relative. I don't think I'm bending over too much. If I just stand there like a stick and swing the axe, then I feel like a little guy on a cuckoo clock. Bending over is good for me. Using the same muscles over and over and over again, and the same joints the same way. That does make those strong, but your body adapts. And I don't do this all day or for a living. This is literally for exercise and fun. So I need to use more than just the splitting motions. Big funky right there in the grain. So I'm gonna flip it. That probably is what was helping hold that together. Just taking some of that shock. This way it'll split easier, even though I haven't even started on it yet. Still holding nicely. I needed to hit that one pretty hard. But that was probably the hardest swing out of both of those. Sun's up. It's time to go to work. See you next time.